You're listening to DraftKings Network.
You know that sound. It's the sound of money hitting your Venmo account. A friend paying you back. Or maybe it's getting cash back from your favorite business when you pay with the Venmo debit card. Or it's realizing you can pay with Venmo at checkout at thousands of brands. Now, there are so many more ways to answer the question, what's your Venmo? Download Venmo today. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. Dosh Cashback terms apply.
I want to ask the group, Stugotz, because we were talking about mixed martial arts before, and Conor McGregor hasn't won a fight in a really long time, but he's still that sport's biggest star, just in terms of name power and how he can fill an arena if he decides to fight. But Chael Sonnen has just casually thrown out there, hey, McGregor's in rehab. And this is Chael Sonnen talking, and he's not citing sources, and he's a wrestling villain, and he says reckless stuff, but he also has been right on a handful of occasions, and people have been thinking from video that they've seen that Conor McGregor is totally partying out of control for years now.
They're also mysterious about what the actual injury is here, which is leading to some, speculation.
It's leading to a ton of speculation. Greg is nodding vigorously, and I cannot stop staring at that mustache.
It's a beauty. It's going to come in great because I grow them low and slow. I'm not like these guys who can go from clean shaven to nothing in a matter of a week. Low and slow, I grow mine give me 2 months. Mm-hmm. In 2 months, this is going to be lavish and luxurious.
It's not going to be lavish.
It will be lavish and luxurious. I can grow a goatee.
Right.
I'm taking away the goatee and just doing the stash. It's going to be great.
A goatee.
Yeah, that's right, a goatee. I may need to dye, give it a little help on the color.
Yeah.
But it's going to come in lavish. It's going to be a thick, bushy mustache in a couple of months.
It's not the worst thing in hair, but only because Landon Donovan had what happened to him yesterday, where a lot of people were pointing out that the left side of his head, it just looked like the state of Florida, the peninsula of Florida in terms of hair. It was not a look he was going for, and it's now being reported by one of his friends that he's mid-hair transplant. Is that what it is?
Mike McGee, an MLS legend that never really got a fair shot with the national team, I should say, texted Landon Donovan. I thought I had seen this out of the corner of my eye the first assignment that Landon had, and I was like, my guy, he's finally doing it because he's really holding on to those 11 hairs on top of his head.
Who goes for that look?
And according to this text, they said it wouldn't be shown on television. I'm having a hair transplant procedure.
Oh, my.
But, dude, if you just do the entire head. You shave the entire head in advance of the transplant.
Wear a hat.
How would that not show up? I don't understand.
I don't understand how it is that he thought he was going to go on television looking that way and no one would notice. What does he think they can do television-wise with graphics?
For a moment, forget about showing up on television. That is a psychotic hairstyle to be just walking out of the house with.
You shave your head entirely?
Yeah, you would
trying a thing, and then you seedlings or whatever.
I would shave my head entirely at that point.
Can they put it on the other side?
Well, no.
There's a horseshoe all the way around.
It goes all the way around because that's where they take the flap of skin.
To me, it's always interesting. I know that Michael Jordan made bald cool, but I cannot respect you athletically if you have the cul-de-sac. If you're hanging on to just the Jimbo Fisher haircut.
Ron Washington.
For those listening along in the podcast, I don't know exactly how to articulate it, but Landon Donovan looks more bald like this than if he were actually bald.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't take you seriously as an athlete if you are somebody who has the cul-de-sac of hair.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest athlete
Terry Bradshaw
we've ever had? That's a good one.
Well, it's that's why Manu Ginobili's Eurostep was always unguardable, because he's barreling down on a dude, and he's like, there's no way this guy's got to move.
But he was just bald spot in the back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had the receding hairline, the male pattern baldness.
Won't be free.
World Be Free is also a
bad.
good one. He also made it, it seemed less dorky than what it is that Landon Donovan has working in his prime. Not now. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen done with hair.
Baseball hats are always like a cool cheat code, too, because you're like, yeah, fireballer, Nolan Ryan. Oh, man, John Smoltz, what a man. I got no shot there. And then they take off their hats, and you're like, really?
You mentioned that. Dan Hurley joining us in a baseball cap looked about 30 years younger than he actually is on the sideline.
Great cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
God bless hats.
The baseball cap does help there.
Matt Hasselbeck.
It's not a long list.
Jim Furyk.
Speaking of the baseball hat, I am telling you, Bryson DeChambeau became popular once he ditched the Kangol and went with a baseball hat. I am telling you, it helped. It helped everything for Bryson DeChambeau.
Wow. People forgot that he's taken all that blood money from South Africa. Didn't even care.
South Africa?
Saudi Arabia.
I mean, Saudi Arabia.
I mean, he may be involved with the diamond trade, I guess.
Different atrocities.
Same
Get your
initials.
atrocities right,
Yeah.
would you please?
What a year 2024 was. Happy New Year's, everybody. New Year is this week. And some of you are going to be counting down to the new year with a lot of friends and a lot of family around. And that's a lot of palates. How do you make everybody happy? You make them happy by making New Year's time a Miller time. It's a beer with taste you know you can depend on that won't let anybody down. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. In all my favorite moments of 2024, Miller Lite was right there by my side. Responsibly, of course. Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It hits different than other light beers. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors, and that iconic golden color that we all know and love. The original light beer since 1975 and still the very best one. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.